All right, this is the complete disassembly of the slide assembly. All right, so we make sure everything's clear. Chamber's clear, mag is clear. Slide forward, depress the trigger. I showed you this in my other video. Slide lock spring, release. All right, we'll put this to the side. Put that to the side. So same thing for the fill strip. All right, put that to the side and the barrel to the side. All right, so this is what you're left with. I just use a 30 seconds punch. That's all I use really on my Glock, even for my frame assembly. So what we start off usually is the firing pin. We gotta release the tension in here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just a little spacer sleeve right in here. I don't know if you can see, but it's right in there. You're gonna pull it down like that, and at the same time you're gonna push this forward, so it kind of looks like this. Now you have to hold on to this plate. See that? So the plate's gonna go forward, but the springs are in there with tension, so keep your thumb over there. All right? And you can pull out your firing pin, and that was the spacer that I was talking about that we pulled down from it to compress the spring. Okay, firing pin spring, and you got the extractor depressor plunger assembly right here that just came out of this little hole. All right, and that goes to that goes for the firing pin assembly, firing pin safety assembly. You're just gonna press that, and your extractor will pop out. Just pops out. It just slides out. Okay, so we got that piece out there, and this one's gonna be under spring tension also. And it looks like that. It's your plunger. All right. So this is completely disassembled now, and I like to take a Q-tip in there I was using before. Get up in there. It's at the plunger area. The extractor area. Get that all nice and lubricated for right now, or get some CLP up in there. Slide cut out right here. All right, there it goes. Let that sit for a bit. Give this a clean. No real need to take this apart. You could pull it out, but it goes. Just leave it alone. Now, the firing pin. The way I do it is I put my slide on the table like that, and I set it where the firing pin, what is this called? Release, sits on the block like that. So while you do that, I push down on the spring. So it gives me time. Oh, be careful with that. So these are the spring clips. It's 2 halves. See? Spring clips. So don't lose those. And now the spring will come out It's under tension. Then you can take out the sleeve. Good to go. That's a complete disassembly. Clean it all up. Spring. I like to add a little lube on this just because it's a big move, just a little bit. Excuse my dog. I'm in my garage, so the fiance just left, so she's acting kind of crazy. Oh, wow. Look. I'm doing a YouTube video. So this is where I take a skinnier brush, kind of like that. I get in the channel here. A clean Q-tip. Get that cleaned up in there. Small drop in there of oil on each side. And I'll let it sit right there. Let it drip down. So the fire pin goes into the firing pin spacer sleeve. Just like that. The spring goes over here. And I use the same method, putting the spacers back in, or the spring clips back. I use the same method to put the spring clips back in. Don't let go of that spring, it'll fly up. And you're good to go. Fully assembled fire spring right there. I'm gonna put a little bit of lube on this because it's kind of, so the plunger goes in first. And then your extractor goes in that way. Kind of press down on it, just a tad. Then your plunger goes in. Then your firing pin. Now you put this in the slide cover plate back in. So what I do is get it started, push this down, my finger, and I take my punch, push this down just slightly, don't mar it up. Clicks in like that. Now you're good to go. Wipe off the excess oil. This lubed up right here, contact points. It's recommended to lube the inside up in there. One drop's fine. That's spread up. Put this together. You're good to go. Same thing, just goes back together. Watch out for that ejector. Ooh. Very nice.